more mommy tips and some more mommy talk. Today, we're gonna be talking about 6 ways to maximize your tax refund as a stay-at-home mom. Yes, we're gonna be maximizing that money, trying to get the most money that you can as a stay-at-home mom. And sometimes you don't really know what you're doing when you're filing your taxes, and I'm here, I've got you covered. I'm gonna cover it all, what you need to know, how you need to be filing your taxes to make sure you get the maximum tax refund check, okay? But before we get started, do not forget to subscribe. Click the subscribe button that's gonna be to the right of your screen, and don't forget to hit your notification bell so you get all your updates about every time I post, okay? Thank you all so much for watching. Let's get this money, y'all. Okay, first and foremost, the reason why I wanted to do this video is because it's tax season. And I know us as stay-at-home moms, we look forward to this big lump sum. But there are a lot of moms out there who actually don't know a whole lot about filing your taxes. And not to say that I am an expert at it, no, I'm not. But I have gotten some pretty great refunds in the past, and I've done it strategically. So I just want to give you some tips on how to maximize your tax refund as a stay-at-home mom, because when you're on one income, your refunds look a whole lot better. So let's get started. Get your notepads out. Get whatever you need. Take some notes to jot some things down. And I want you to make sure that you get this so that you can get all the money that you need and deserve. 1, tax plan. Meaning to prepare for your taxes. Every year you've got a whole 12 months to get prepared for income tax season. A lot of people do not think about the tax return season until it's time, and you're like, oh, I'm gonna get a bunch of money, and then you file and you don't have what you need, and you don't have all these things, and you can't maximize the deductions, and you can't do what you need to do because you didn't prepare during the year. So let's first start with paycheck withholdings. Ladies, you need to make sure that you check your husband's paycheck withholdings, or make sure that he understands what he needs to be doing when it concerns his paycheck withholding. Understand that the more income tax or taxes that you pay through the year, the bigger your income tax will be. But the less taxes that you pay through the year, because I know some people like to get their money on their check, but you pay for it in income tax time. You're gonna get less money because you got it all throughout the year. So I try to be somewhere in the middle. I try to pay enough taxes to where I can still get a nice refund in the beginning of the year, but also not so much that my check is diminishing, or his check. Yeah, no. So make sure you check those tax withholdings, people. Make sure you check them. Keep any documents that you will need when filing your taxes. Meaning, if you are gonna say that you did charitable donations and you gave to Goodwill, you need to keep some type of receipt or some type of log for that. I know some people file their, like when they pay tithes and offering to a church or something, they file that. You need to be keeping a log of how much you gave every Sunday, because you can't just put a random number in there, because if they audit you, you have to back that up. So make sure that you keep a log of however much you gave throughout the year to your church, or whatever the case is. And some churches usually give you something back at the end of the year. But if they don't, you need to make sure you have it, so you can make sure you put that in, okay? If you're going to be filing mileage for your job, or like if you travel or do whatever you need to do, make sure you're keeping your receipts. Make sure you are tracking your mileage. Make sure you keep up with all of that, because it asks and they have to have proof of that stuff. You need to make sure that you're keeping all your documents put up for your income tax. And then another thing, a part of tax planning is I like to use the online efile.com tax calculator, and you can kind of see what you're working with, work with your numbers that you've already got so far, and kind of try to get an estimate of what you're going to be looking at for the next year. So if you want to adjust some things, you can. You have some time to maybe change those paycheck withholdings, so you can be like, oh, I need a little more. Change that paycheck withholding and get a little less throughout the year so that you can hook up your tax refund. 2, choose your filing method. When I say filing method, I mean, how are you gonna file your taxes? Some of y'all can afford to maybe bring somebody in to do your taxes. You don't have to worry about all that, this, that, and the other. Not I, said the duck. I choose to file using TurboTax. It is the most effective way that has always worked for me. I've been using TurboTax since before I got married, since before I had kids, since I was able to file my taxes and I learned to do it on my own. I've been using TurboTax. In my opinion, TurboTax is the best way if you're going to file yourself, only because the system is set up to make sure that you get the maximum amount of deductions and credits for your situation. I used it when I was single with no kids, and it asked me certain questions to make sure that I got the biggest refund that I could as a single person. I used it when me and my husband first got married and we had no kids, and then it asked me different questions for that situation. And now I'm using it for my situation where I have children now, and I have a mortgage, and we have other things that go into making sure that we get deductions and credits and to maximize our refund. And TurboTax has just always been the best to me. So I use TurboTax, but you need to make sure that you decide whatever you want to use. There are a lot of other programs to use. I guess the H&RBlock, you got TurboTax, you got I don't know, it's a bunch of other stuff, or you can just hire somebody. But remember that if you choose to hire somebody, most of the times you have to pay them. And as a stay-at-home mom, I'm trying to eliminate unnecessary costs, okay? But if you got it like that, go ahead with your bad self. Yes, you go ahead and get that person to file your taxes and get everything taken care of for you. You sit back and get your money. I'm here for it too. 3, gather your tax documents. Now, I know earlier we were talking about keeping all your tax documents throughout the year, but now we're talking about gathering your tax documents. When you figure out how you want to file your taxes, you've got your personal, you're going to use TurboTax or whatever you're going to do, you need to first make sure you have all of your tax documents in front of you and gather, because the last thing you want to be doing, shuffling around trying to find something like, oh, I need this, oh, I need that, oh, no. Now, I know that it can get annoying waiting on W-2s and waiting on certain documents to come in because they have until January 31st to send it out. So some of them don't feel like they just wait until the 31st. Yeah, the most annoying thing in the world. But wait, be patient, don't start early, and then you gotta wait because it's only gonna frustrate you. Just wait until you have all of your documents together, then start filing. 4, choose your filing status. This is a very, very, very crucial part of filing your taxes. And I had to learn this the hard way because I didn't know. And I'm gonna break this thing down for you. There are a lot of different filing statuses. Well, let me not say a whole lot, but you have certain filing statuses that you fall into, with the most common being single, head of household, qualified, widow with like dependents, and then you have your married filing statuses, which is married filing jointly or married filing separately. That's clearly what I'm going to be talking about, the married filing jointly or the married filing separately. You need to choose which one you are going to pick, because this will impact your refund check indefinitely. To my knowledge and experience, it is wiser to file your income tax jointly with your spouse when you're married. Why, you ask? Great question. Well, I've got 3 main reasons that have affected my income tax the most. So, 1 is going to be it affects your standard deduction. Married filing separately gets you a $6,350 deduction. Married filing jointly gets you a $12,700 deduction. Yeah, it's a big difference. It's a big difference, okay? Let's go on to number 2. Married filing separate disqualifies you from a couple different tax credits, with a couple of those being the earned income tax credit, the child care and dependent tax credit, the adoption and expenses tax credit, all of which maximizes your tax refund. So you want to make sure that you are choosing your filing status wisely. Take everything that I just said into consideration. If you are married, stay-at-home mom, you don't have any income, or even if you do have income, file jointly. 5, maximize your tax deductions. A lot of people, especially new moms, we do not know, and young moms, like me, like we don't know about all of the deductions that you can actually go into affecting your tax refund. But I have learned, people, to take advantage of every tax deduction that you can. Did you know that you can include registration fees? Yes, your car, your tags, your registration fees, you can include that in your income tax. Education expenses, yeah, you can include that in your tax refund. Any out-of-pocket medical expenses, you can include that in your tax refund. So when I say maximize your tax deductions, when I say take advantage, I mean beat the bullet, just beat it dry. Just make sure that you're getting every single last thing. Don't leave out nothing. Because everything adds up. I mean, I don't care if it's just an extra $20. It takes it up. It takes it up. Don't just look at the big numbers. That $10 added on to, that matters. It matters. So just make sure you gather all your documents. That's where your documents come in handy. Make sure you have all your documents. Make sure you have all your receipts. Make sure you have all your reports, whatever you need, that you can maximize every single tax deduction. 6. And last, but certainly not least, choose how you spend your tax refund check. And if you would like to hear more about the 7 ways to effectively spend your tax refund check as a stay-at-home mom, please click that link that's gonna be right up there to head over and watch that video, okay? But finish watching this one first, okay? Okay, mommies, that's all I've got for you today. I truly hope that these tips will help you in maximizing your tax refund check or all your money, just getting everything together. I just really hope it helps because I look forward to this time of the year. I plan all the year before to make sure that I'm gonna get the most tax refund that I can, and I want you to do the same thing. Okay, so thank you all so much for watching, and mommies, please do not forget to subscribe. Click that subscribe button that's going to be to the right of your screen, and don't forget to hit your notification bell so you get all your updates about every time I post, okay? And please leave me comments down in the comment section below. Let me know if you enjoyed the video, and if I missed anything or if I got something wrong, and I don't think I got anything wrong, but if I did, I'm not perfect, please leave me comments down. But please be kind, people, be kind. Okay? Thank you again so much for watching, guys. And mommy, please remember that your kids appreciate you for everything that you do. Everything that you do. And a woman who fears the Lord, her children will rise up and call her blessed. Bye.